How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush and Chirping Mermaid over here. And today we're going to talk about house hacking. What's house hacking? Is when you rent a place and then you rent out the individual rooms and then maybe it pays for itself. She rented a place in San Francisco. How much was the rent?
$5,200.
$5,200 for how big a?
2-bedroom, 2.5 bath.
How many people you fit in there?
So there's 2 master bedrooms, each has its own bath, and then there's a half bath downstairs. So I put 2 beds downstairs, like 1 bunk, 2 bunk beds upstairs, so 4 beds in the master bedroom. And then the 6 of them share the 1 shower and the 2 toilets.
This video is brought to you by Moomoo, the commission-free trading app. They're doing one of the best deals I've ever seen. You can get a $100 reward just for depositing $1,000. This is not money you actually have to spend or anything. It's money that goes into your trading account. And if you deposit $5,000, you get all those rewards and a share of Tesla or Google stock. Check out my referral link down in the video description below. So 6 total, and then you yourself had
my own bedroom and bathroom.
So did you get it to a point where you didn't have to pay rent at all?
In the beginning, we didn't have it fully filled out. I did pay rent. And then finally, you know, when we filled all the beds, I wasn't paying rent. I considered it like a job.
About how many hours would it take? Because you're dealing with like 6 different people,
yeah,
right?
6 different people. Also, there's a lot of like turnover, right? So people come, people go. I require like a 1 month advance notice, and then when they tell me they're leaving, then I have to start looking. So that in itself was like pretty consistent. Every few months I'm looking for, you know, a new roommate, and then we'll have to interview the roommate. But then maintaining the house was a bit of a work.
How many hours do you say, like a week?
It takes up more mental capacity than you would think.
It feels like a third of a job, maybe a quarter of a job, sort of.
Yeah, because people are constantly like, oh, can we get this? Can we get that? Can we get an iron? Can we get a blender? I'm having issues with this roommate. Oh, chores are not getting done. People are constantly messaging me, and then I'm messaging everybody. And then I also organize events and things for us to do, happy household, and then new people come in. I have to integrate them, welcome them. People leave, we, you know, do a goodbye party. You became friends with quite a few of these people, right? Like, oh yeah, we're all happy household, everyone's friends. So I considered it like my work and life blended together, especially during that time I was working at Chase. We all were very happy. Hacker House was like my personal project, my baby. And everyone, all my roommates were my friends. It was like my life.
A lot of these people are Hack Reactor graduates, or they're going to Hack Reactor?
So this was a house for people, I intended it for people who were attending Hack Reactor, right? Student housing. Sometimes I don't find students, I need to fill the spot. So for instance, in the very beginning, I had the initial 4 people. 2 of them were Hack Reactor students, 2 of them were not. What's
the weirdest thing that happened with a tenant?
This new person, he didn't really fit well with the roommates.
What's wrong with this person?
I mean, it just wasn't a good culture fit. We just didn't vibe well with this person. And he was also kind of like sexually harassing one of the roommates. So all of these things together, I was just like, I should just nip this in the bud.
So how long did he end up staying for?
I basically asked him to leave.
So just 1 week then?
Yeah.
The whole place was $5,200 in San Francisco. It's ridiculously high. Each tenant that's staying there, they have to stay in a bunk bed, either in the living room or in one of the bedrooms for $800, $900.
So my initial rent was $850 per person for 1 bed, right? And had 4 people at that time, so I was also subsidizing the rest. Everybody is charging a lot higher than $850.
Where do you find the market rate for 1 bunk bed?
You just look at all the other hacker houses.
More than one place is doing this, and they're like, oh, how many people are staying in the living room, and they're charging this much.
Yeah, so for instance, Patrick, he had seen my ad, but he didn't respond to it because he thought, this is way too low. This must be a scam.
How much did they expect to pay?
So he ended up going to a different hacker house, paying $1,200 for 1 bunk bed to share 14 people to one bathroom.
14. Wait, 14 people to one bathroom, but how many rooms did they get?
Sometimes these places are like warehouses, right? So it's just like a big floor of bunk beds.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know these things exist in San Francisco.
I stayed at Startup House while I was attending Hack Reactor, and I was paying $1,200 for one bunk bed, and it was like a 3-level warehouse. Second and third floor were just bunk beds, but then they had like 3 bathrooms on every floor.
And each floor holds how many people? How many beds?
Oh, a lot. It was like.
And you pay
$1,200
for a bunk bed
Yeah.
with that many people in there?
Oh yeah,
my
so
gosh.
they're making a lot of money. And then my friend in Hack Reactor told me he was staying at an apartment building for $900, and it has its own private gym and pool. And I thought, that sounds too good, right? But eventually I modeled after that apartment.
Why did you price it so low?
I just wanted it to be fair.
But market rate is $1,200.
I'm not trying to profit
You
per
interviewed
se.
people from where?
So I post on Craigslist and I post to Hack Reactor. I like message them directly and they send it out in an email to all the incoming students. So that's where I get the tenants.
Like a relationship with Hack Reactor.
Yeah, because I'm, I'm
you
an
can supply
alumni.
them.
A lot of people, who come over to Hack Reactor, they're coming from different parts of the country. They've never been here. They get scammed. The front desk people, like management, they don't mind, they don't care, or they don't know. I don't know.
Her thing was going on during the pandemic. All said and done. Are you down or?
Definitely am up in the sense that I didn't have to pay rent at least. Pandemic happened around, I would say March. I was left with probably 2 other people. I'm paying probably normal rate of rent.
In light of that, like, would you do any kind of actual house hacking where you rent?
Housing was so high in San Francisco. Now with the pandemic, people are remote. They don't need to be there. The demand is not there anymore.
I mean, you get your own room, which is probably valued at, how long did you run this for?
3 years.
36,000. The last few months, it's like, let's say it's 6,000, so you get like 30,000 value there.
My roommates who, like people would come in and be like, oh my God, you live like this? Like you live in a bunk bed and you share like 6 people to 1 shower? That's must be awful. But people have told me that this has been their favorite living situation. Even after they graduate from Hack Reactor, if they get a job at Facebook or Google or a high-paying tech job, they still wanted to keep living there.
What a
Landlord
bargain. They pay
person,
so low and then they have a happy life living there.
I think so. I thought it was a great deal for
But
me.
then the only thing is you have to get in through the interview. You interview them, right? And then see if you're passable. For a new person that comes in, do they meet everyone first before they
Whoever
and then
is
later
there,
on
I let them chit chat with everyone.
Right.
I do like a vibe check, like, hey,
You're
what do you
like,
guys think?
thank you for sharing your experience with us. This hacker house thing, I didn't even know such a thing exists before you did it. Chirping Mermaid has her own YouTube channel. She has uploaded various interesting things. What's your most popular video?
My most popular video is how to hold chopsticks properly.
Oh, go check that one out. I'll leave
I-
her channel link in the video description below. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.
Bye.